This is a second stimulus check update. In this video, I'll go over the good news by President Trump with the next stimulus package, when you could expect a second stimulus check, as well as who's getting $1,000 stimulus checks and up to $4,000 in house and apartment rental assistance. And if you haven't been keeping up with the stimulus, Nancy Pelosi wants a $3 trillion package, which is the HEROES Act. Mitch McConnell wants a $1 trillion stimulus package. And now President Trump wants at least a $2 trillion package, which is focused on two things: Buy American and Hire American, and along with incentives for American companies to bring offshore jobs back home to America. So Peter Navarro, if you're not familiar, he is the White House Trade and Manufacturing Policy Director. More specifically, what he said is that COVID has hit metropolitan areas, specifically impacting high-rise density and mass transit, and that a key thrust of any phase 4 stimulus has to be more manufacturing jobs. And he says when you support more manufacturing jobs, it creates a ripple effect to create more service sector jobs that have been dislocated from the COVID-19 pandemic. After hearing this good news, you may be wondering, what is in it for me? What am I getting? How am I going to get a direct payment of at least $1,200 stimulus check? To put it in perspective, for Americans to get the $1,200 stimulus check on the first round, it cost around, so far, $268 billion. For the next round of direct payments of $1,200 per American, estimated it'll probably be around $300 billion. Now, that's only a third of a $1 trillion package. So whether it's a $1 trillion, $2 trillion, $3 trillion, if all you're concerned about is a one-time direct payment to your bank account so you can pay your bills, rent, utilities, buy food for your family, all you really need is $300 to $400 billion. But the really messed up thing is that there are still millions of Americans who haven't even yet received the first stimulus check yet. If that is you and you are SSI, SSDI, veterans, as soon as I get news, I'll relay it to you. So far, nothing has been said yet. But many people have recognized that the Treasury, IRS, has screwed up in providing the first round of stimulus checks, which is the reason why Tom Emmer, which is co-chair of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus, which I didn't even know existed. So blockchain has to do with cryptocurrency. So basically what they're saying is that the next stimulus check payment may be in a digital dollar. And basically, digital dollars could work just like regular coins and notes issued by the Federal Reserve, the government-run online Fed accounts being used to distribute them. So basically, they're proposing the idea that people would have accounts and possibly digital dollars would be sent probably instantly compared to paper checks being lost in the mail, those EIP cards which weren't too successful, as well as direct deposits which might have gone in the right or wrong bank account. So let me know what you think. Do you think we should have a digital dollar for the next round of stimulus check? Next, Larry Kudlow, which is the National Economic Council Director, is saying that he wants to end the $600 unemployment checks in July, it's supposed to expire July 31st. Some people are saying that they want to extend it a little further. The reason why he wants to end it is because he's saying it is a disincentive for people not to work. So he's basically saying we're paying people not to work. I believe that if there is a job for people to go back to that is in a safe workplace, they don't feel like they're putting their lives in jeopardy or their family's lives in jeopardy, then they could just go to it and go work. The problem is that with over 40 million jobs that were lost over the past 2 to 3 months, 14 million of those jobs are not coming back, according to Jerome Powell. And there are still millions of eligible Americans who haven't yet received a single unemployment check yet of the $600 or from their state due to states being backed up with volume. So I think if people have a safe job to go back to provide for their family, I think that's okay. But to take away the unemployment insurance from people who don't have jobs to go back to or are trying to look for a job in a really hard job market, I don't think that is fair to those people. And just in case you were wondering, Larry Kudlow is worth $10 million or has a net worth of $10 million. And when he worked at NBC, he was getting an $800,000 salary. What Larry Kudlow may not understand is that around 46% of people who make more than $75,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck, and 62% of people who make $25,000 to $75,000 a year are also living paycheck to paycheck. And this is what I think is the biggest issue that Americans have with the political system. You have rich millionaires who are trying to come up with policies to help the other 95% of struggling Americans. Millionaires don't have to look at price tags when it comes to buying milk, eggs, or other food at the grocery stores with prices rising. They don't have to worry about paying their rent or paying their car bills. On the other hand, you have millions of Americans who are on the brink of homelessness, having to live in their cars now, barely able to provide food for their family. And I feel like when you have rich senators in the Senate, they cannot relate. So we have Richard Blumenthal, which has an estimated net worth of $81 million. So I want to point out this is not a Republican or Democrat issue. This is a rich people talking, poor people suffering issue. So he's a Democrat. Mitt Romney, Republican, he's worth $174 million. Another Democrat, Mark Warner, worth $214 million. Mitch McConnell, a Republican, worth $34 million. So it has nothing to do with Republican, Democrat. Personally, I'm an independent. I don't belong to any party or believe in a specific ideology. My loyalty is to the people. And for politicians with that much power that they know they could help the American people, why wouldn't they want to help the American people? With grocery prices rising, so for example, ground beef in Dallas, Texas has gone up 14.5%, chicken in Los Angeles 26%, and orange juice has gone up 14.6%. This is the reason why Americans need a $1,200 stimulus check and not have to wait until after senators get back from their July vacation to decide it. This is why Kamala Harris is pushing for the $2,000 a month stimulus check proposal, which at the time is not gaining any momentum. Let me know what you think. Do you think a $2,000 a month stimulus check should be done, or just a one-time payment of $1,200? And although a second stimulus check may feel like it is out of reach and no help is coming anytime soon, I want to let you know that there are cities, towns, and counties that are helping out their people. So the other day, I mentioned this, how families could get $1,000 in stimulus checks. This isn't the second stimulus check, but certain places are giving a stimulus check. So this is only for Chicago. So John from my comments asked, what about Cleveland, Ohio? So I was able to find this. So Cleveland, which is Cuyahoga County, so they're using 11.3 million of 19 million it received in federal coronavirus aid for housing assistance. So there is rental assistance in Cleveland or Cuyahoga County starting July 1st. So if you wanted to know if your specific town, city, or county is providing stimulus checks or rental assistance, put that town, city, or county and state down in the comments below. I'll research it and put it in the next video. And if you appreciate the time and research that goes into making a video like this, please give this video a like. So Orange County, Florida is giving $1,000 stimulus checks starting today. So today is June 15th and 8 a.m. It will allow 25,000 users to access the site to provide applications to potentially get a $1,000 stimulus check. The state of Wyoming is giving rent and mortgage payment assistance up to $2,000. And in St. Petersburg, Florida, the Mortgage Payment Assistance Grant Program is providing $8,000 to homeowners who are currently unemployed or underemployed as a result of the pandemic. In Riverside County in California, they have a rent relief program up to $3,500 for both landlords and tenants for up to 10,000 households, and applications will open June 22nd. And in the city of Miami Gardens in Florida, they're giving applicants up to $4,500 per household. Let me know if this type of information is helpful for you and if you want me to provide more information like this in future videos. Also, another way to get free money is through Webull, which is an investing app. Just for signing up, you get one free stock. You don't have to put any money down. If you want a second free stock, you put in $100. If you want a third free stock, I have a Robinhood, which is another investment app. You just sign up and you get free money that way. I also put together a spreadsheet of 10 other investment apps that give free money or free stocks that you could sign up and then put that money into your bank account. And if you want to watch more second stimulus check updates, you could click this playlist over here. If you want to learn 6 ways of how to make money from home starting today, you could click this video over here. It's on my second channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.